following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, great. I really appreciate you and Tommy. You do a great job, great work, and I really appreciate it. I watch you every day.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, man. Let's go to Sylvia in Tampa. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I want to tell you thank you so much for the advice you gave me on dust yesterday. I exited when you told me, and I made a healthy profit for a very short period. So thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 2, NASDAQ up 26, S&P's up 3.5, gold contract up $4, trading $13.0330. Silver up 14 cents, $17.03 an ounce. Copper up a penny and a half at $3.26 a pound. Light sweet crude up 34 cents, $66.70 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note down 6 ticks, 119.07. 30-year bond off 10, 142.20. Just give the note and bond market another 10 or 20 minutes, folks. I expect you're going to go into the positive area. King dollar down 186 ticks. Trading 93.615. King dollar just can't handle higher price. The euro is at 117.86 to $1 US. The yen is at 110.5 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the metals market, we're going to start there because let me tell you something. This is pretty wild. There's no two ways about it. So we had the Federal Reserve come out with their statement. Bottom line, inside the statement, they went up 25 basis points. They expect to go up 2 more times before the end of 2018, the calendar year. Gold goes down to $12.94 first, rejects lower price, takes off like a rocket ship, goes up to $13.05. And what you're going to have out here now, we've done 240,000 contracts. You're pushing the top of the range, and you're pushing the top of the range with volume. We go into the silver contract. We take a look at silver. Silver's been strong like bull for a long period of time right now. Silver's up 0.7%. You've done 95,000 contracts. Silver's making the run for the $17.42, which is the swing high from the 19th of April. Notes and bonds. This is so deviant, it's pretty amazing, actually. So, 10-year note. Let's go into the 10-year note first. 10-year note right now is trading at 119.06. When the statement come out, 10-year note jams down to 118.29. You reject lower price. You're laying out here into the strength. The strength, 2 separate signs of strength. Last week we had a sign of strength. The bottom of that sign of strength is 119.04. And that context, we've already rejected that price, and we're never going to do the volume. So you pull down, you had lighter volume, rejected 119.04. You're at 119.06. We did 2.1 million contracts there. Larger sign of strength, 119.11. Bottom line, 10-year wants higher price. We go take a look at the 30-year. 30-year set up the exact same way as the 10. 30-year gets down to 142.02. It's trading 142.21. The 30-year never even broke the swing low. We were above it by 1 tick. You were coming into 416,000 contracts. You've done 258. We'll do maybe 300. Bottom line, same type of setup. It's pretty deviant, folks, because it's amazing. You know, hey, listen, the statement itself looked, I'd say it looked hawkish, because the fact of the matter is, you know, Powell's saying, hey, listen, everything's going great. Business is good. We're going to do 2 more rate hikes before the end of the year. And he's smoothing that out, saying, well, you should be looking at that as a good deal because the economy's going good. And the market's looking at it saying that, hey, guess what? We think we're ahead of you a bit. If we go over and we take a look at that U.S. dollar, what you're going to see inside the dollar, dollar index got to a high out here of 94.04. We're at 93.630 right now. That baby did a round trip, it popped all the way up. It's right where we started from again. And what I expect we're going to see out here is that as we're coming into the close, you're going to have some really good fluctuations. But we're far enough into this right now that we get some action inside the commodities market because of the weakness of the dollar. You have lean hogs up 2.7%, gasoline's up 1.7%, diesel's up 1%, natural gas is up 0.9%, silver's up 0.8%, crude's up 0.6%, copper's up 0.3%, gold's up 0.2%. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, we have the Marbell that's down $1.94. They won the case. Time Warner is up $2. You have Verizon Communications down $1. Netflix is the big winner out here today with that deal between Time Warner and Marbell. Netflix is up $18, folks. Monster volume. In fact, it's another ABC up. Let's see what we got here. 322 is your A. You got 70, so you're talking about $48. That's going to get you up to $400. Yeah, you get $400. Let me see if this is on a weekly too. This will be a mind blower. Yeah, it wouldn't be on a weekly, but $400 is coming at you. It's pretty amazing. Actually, when I look at this, this is a much larger ABC. 178 is your A. Let me do this. This is going to be wild. So watch this. Holy cow! Let's see what we got. You 333.98 is your 333.98 is your B point. Your A is 178. That's 187 plus 271. 458. You get what we're looking at here. You actually have a weekly ABC up to 458. Monster number. Monster number. Unreal. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials trading down 6, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's up 2.5. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 14, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's up 1.5. Let's go over and we take a look at Amazon. So you get Netflix reaching new highs, Amazon right next to it. Let's see what we have. 1710, yeah, 1714 is your high. We'd have 1713. Facebook, we get over and take a look at Facebook. That is up $2, 194. I believe this will be interesting here where we're going to close, because this would be a closing high. The closing high on Facebook, I believe, is like 193.09. Yeah. 193.99. So this could be a closing high on Facebook. Microsoft, we take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft, bottom line is flat. At highs, though. We're at 101. The banking structure, let's go take a look at the XLF. So XLF out here, look at that, still can't catch a bid. See, this is so intriguing, man. Bottom line is that what this would be saying fundamentally is that, yeah, the Fed's going to raise rates a couple more times, but the inflation rate is actually going faster than what most folks think. Because what you have here is that the XLF is flat. Let's go to JP Morgan. And raising rates fundamentally supposed to help banks like ASAP on the spread. But bottom line, you don't see it inside the banks right here today. JP Morgan's up 38 cents. That's flat. $1.10, 59, $110.59. We go Bank of America. We take a look at Bank of America. Same setup, up 13 cents, flat market. Berkshire, BRK. Berkshire is the largest weighting structure inside the XLF. That's down 3 cents, flat market. Berkshire actually won. Berkshire is building cars to go blow out this bottom. The bottom is 188. It's got a couple big high volume spikes down at this bottom. The first one, the first one was February 6th, 110, 190. The next one's February 9th, 189. And the next one was just a week and a half ago at 188. So good old Berkshire has something happening there that does want lower price, and we'll see whether it blows those babies away. We go into the XLE, the energy market. Energy market out here, you know, you would at 76.10. This is in a consolidation. You know, top of the consolidation is 78. We're at 76.76 right now. Let's go into the housing market. We take a look at Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers is down $1.66. That's trading $39.05. What's going to be intriguing here, now Toll Brothers has a high volume swing at $39.40, at $38.47, and what we've done today is we're testing the $38.47. If Toll Brothers closes over $39.50, you'd have a rejection. We don't get a rejection yet. Let's go take a look at Lennar. And of course, we're looking in the real estate because of you're talking interest rates. Lennar is down 231. And let me just see if these moved when the announcement came. Yeah, they were moving down all day, and then when the announcement did come at 2 o'clock, they went from Lennar went from 52.33, and then it's higher than that right now. Goose down first and went higher. These babies, we bring these back. What you're going to see, this is a high-end consolidation. You know, like Lennar had gone to $72. You're at 52. It's right back to the breakout area, and you're back at this breakout area with short of volume. So Lennar looks like you're at 52. It wants to go up to that 55, 48 area. That's the last time we had volume on the way down, and we'll see where it goes from there. Pretty amazing. If we look at the 10-year right now, the yield on the 10-year, this is just wild, man. So check it out. The yield on the 10-year, folks, hasn't moved. It's 2.946 right now. Big number. And I do expect, this is pretty wild, when I first get on, you know, I expect that by the time I probably get off this air, we're probably going to have the 10-year flat. You know, you need like 7 more ticks to get it flat. But the way this is trading, that's what it looks like it wants to do. The TLT, TLT right now is down 21 cents. That had been down to 118.63. That grabbed everything back. Same deal. You talk about a spike, man. Holy cow. So at 2 o'clock, there it is. At 2 o'clock, it was trading 119.07. Spikes down. Took 10 minutes to spike down to 118.63. Now you're above all of it. You know, bottom line, TLT 20-year plus also wants higher price. It's a nice setup too. It's a really nice setup actually. XAU HUI. What do we say with the XAU HUI? We get buying coming in there. XAU's up 15 cents. You're trading 83.79. That's really starting to hit the top of the range right now. Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup inside the Gold Bugs Index, up 74 cents. This is ready to basically challenge the top of the consolidation. Last time we were up at this top of the consolidation was on the 19th of April. So what we're going to have out here tomorrow, too. This is tomorrow morning, you can expect more volatility inside the metals market, inside the dollar, inside the euro. If we go over to this euro right now, if you want to see a move, man, this was a move and a half. The euro, when the Fed came out, the euro was trading at 117.90 to $1 US, right? Goes down to 117.45. No, 117.26. Bang, all the way down, and comes all the way back and gets to a higher high. Euro wants higher price. That being said, what we're going to see out here tomorrow, and I do expect the euro is going to go higher, is that the European Central Bank is going to be coming out with their statement as to are they going to tighten down, are they going to basically continue on their QE, and that, no doubt, is going to affect the US dollar, it's going to affect the euro, and it's going to affect the metals market. Oil, let's go take a look at the oil market. So what happened with oil out here today, we had the oil numbers this morning, and the market, folks, when we did the API numbers last night, the API came out. API is out every Tuesday at 4:30, and then the EIA is out at 10:30 in the morning on Wednesday. The API is a private number that comes out. The EIA is the government number that comes out. The API last night had a build of approximately 700,000 barrels of oil. Well, the EIA had a drawdown of 4 million barrels, okay? Bottom line is that you had a rejection of lower price out here, 65.52. You're at 66.73, and let's see what this baby looks like. Yeah, you get a small expansion. So this looks like it's going to try to go test 67.42. Real question is, will we get any juice as it comes into that test? But I do expect, it looks like right now that does want to basically do a test. Yeah, you can see that was quite a sign of strength intraday, right when that number came out. Intraday, we went from 65.98 up to 60. Well, you went up a full buck. That's what you did. Went from 65.98 to 66.88. So decent number on the way top side. We're going to take a look at Royal Gold. Now, Royal Gold has been one of the best performers out here. This is flat today. What you have, though, is that you are pushing into your swings and you have volume behind the move. We take a look at this on a weekly. You're going to see that this is this is trying to get into the 94.39 number. And thus far on a weekly, yeah, we get some good numbers. You get some good numbers on the weekly with 2 days left. That's going to be pushing into that weekly with volume. Stay right there, folks. Going to be coming right back. We have the Dow down 15, Nasdaq up 23, S&P's up 1.5. We'll come right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 49. Nasdaq is up 5. S&Ps are down 2.5. Let's go over and take a look at this. So you're going to end up hearing a lot about the yield curve, because right now what you have is that this would be the flattest yield curve that we had since 2007, I believe. Let me get this in front of me. Because right now we're at 42 basis points between the 2-year and 10-year. And what this Fed will worry about, let's see, yield curve, where am I? Okay, so right now, if you're watching Tiger TV, what you're going to see is that it's the differential between your 2-year, which is at 2.576, and your 10-year, which is 2.98. So you get 42 basis points. That number is the last. Let's see. Let me get this exactly. What month and I'm gonna have to get it at the break, I guess. Oh, here it is. No. Okay, so yeah, August. This is the flattest. That's 11 years ago, man. Unreal. Okay, so this is the flattest yield curve since August and September of 2007. That's where we're at. And what does that mean? What it means, folks, is that the flatter that it gets is that there's plenty of market participants that say, okay, when you get a flat yield curve, year to year and a half later, you're coming into a recession. Inverted yield curve is even worse, meaning that, yeah, it can basically get going and the probability is a little bit bigger. There's bull-bear fights about most of it, but inside the FOMC right now, most of those governors, that's how they feel, that an inverted yield curve. In fact, I forgot what it was. I think it was the Dallas Fed chairman. It was one of them that said he talked about a heads up. He got a heads up years ago when he didn't pay attention to that inverted yield curve. So bottom line is that we'll see where this shakes out. But each and every time that they do set short-term rates, what's supposed to happen is that the curve, meaning the 2-year, 3-year, 5-year, 10-year, and 20 and 30-year would go up, not the same amount, but they would go up. And what is happening is that your short-term rate, bottom line, went up a lot further than your 10-year rate, and that's what flattens that down. And then, of course, you know what it is. It's like, why would someone rent money to someone on a 10-year basis and get 2.9%, but yet rent it to them for 2 years at 2.3? Well, what that means specifically is that it's going to be tougher in a shorter term than a longer term. That's how that shakes out. So we'll see how the rest of this shakes out. If we go back over to gold again for a second, it's going to be intriguing just watching this come into the close, because each and every time, you know, the gold contract has been struggling in a huge way of getting into the 1315 number. We're only at 1305, 1303. 1305 is going to be tough for it also. 1305 to 1307, you've had sellers inside this market. I absolutely really like how this thing moved today. I particularly like the first announcements that came out, because when the first announcements come out, what you had ASAP was gold went south, the dollar went north, bonds went north. South, rather. Bonds went south. What ends up happening? Guess what? Give it it took about a half hour. Half hour later, you know, and I think a lot of it had to do with the actual press conference. Because once the press conference started and he starts basically speaking with people back, you know, that bottom line, gold definitely took off. The dollar came down. The euro really took off. The euro, this is going to be intriguing watching tomorrow morning, because the euro right now is set up for dramatically higher price. You know, we got down to the lower end of the scale today. You're at the higher end of the scale. You know, it already broken its downtrend on the 31st of May. You know, because this was quite a downtrend. It was a one-way trade. We went from $1.24 per euro to $1 US. That was on the 17th of April, straight down on the 29th of May. Fast, furious, all of the above. And that being said, it reversed. Let's go over to and take a look at the yen, because after the European Central Bank, we're going to be dealing with the yen. Now, this is going to get intriguing, too. The yen right now, we're at 110.51, and this has rejected higher price out here. So this also is looking that it wants lower price, which means it's stronger. If that's what you get, you're going to get a nice pop in the gold market, because what does happen is that when the yen gets strong, Gold absolutely loves it. If we go take one of the Tigers, saying we got a, oh, this is good, yeah. You got a, in fact, you got an ABC up in SLV. Let me see this for a second. 10 million, yeah, how much time we got left? Oh, we got plenty of time left. You get a small ABC up in the SLV. So let's look at this. Let me put this on a weekly first. So the SLV trades at the price of silver. Okay, so it's a daily ABC up. It's a small one, but bottom line, we'll take it. So you got, let's see, 1541. Yeah, you get 50 cents. That gets you 623. What's the swing point? Yeah, we'll go into that swing point. You get the swing up here at 1635. That's where that baby wants to go. We put this on a weekly basis. Oh, on a weekly, this is pretty. Let's take a look at this on a weekly. Okay, so tomorrow's going to be a big day. So on a weekly basis, this is a beauty. It's right at the trend line, and the trend line I'm coming off of, folks, is September 6th. September 6th, and what you want to see, that you actually want to see this break with wide price spread and volume. And if you get that, you really got some big action, man. You know, that's a decent setup. You know, what you do have, and this is encouraging in itself, is that you had the SLV. It's above everything now. I think this is going to be the first. When I say above everything, it's above the 50, 100, and 200-day moving average. So what's going to happen there is that this will pop up on more radar tonight after the close. You know, so let me go. The GDX has been, that won't get it over it yet. The GDX is laying right along those moving averages. You know, hasn't made it yet. But the SLV being up there, that's going to be a good indication that we're going to get some buy-in out here. And we're not on a Friday, which is great. You get Pan American Silver up 7 cents. Let's see what First Majestic is doing. This is another silver stock. Yep, that's up 10 cents. Is it the higher range? 780. This is good. Okay, so it's going to be a make it or break it here in the next couple weeks inside this metals market. So take a look at this. First Majestic has been in a consolidation since October of 2016. You're coming to the top of it. Dow Industrial's down 51, NASDAQ up 1, S&P's down 3. We're coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the NDX 100. This NDX 100, folks, bottom line, we're at 72.18. Anything over 71.86 is higher volume coming at you. If we take a look at the, higher price. Look at the Qs. The Qs have 32 million shares. Last time we were up here, it's taken out, actually, they're still going to need more volume, 39 million and 55. It's going to hold price, though. You hold price, and I suspect that for the end of this week, it's going to basically continue higher. Market seems that it just shakes everything off. One by one, it's shaking things off. There's no two ways about that. Small caps, we go take a look at the small caps out here. Small caps laying at the highs also are 166.98. If we look at the accumulated volume out here in the NYSE, we're at 535. That means it's only going to pop. It'll pop at about 750, 800. Inside the NASDAQ composite right now, we are at 1.7. That'll end up with probably 2.1. Composites also, because composites not only at highs, composites getting away from the high of March. The high of March was 76.37. And right now, we're basically 77 points away from it, which is a good number away from it. That's how this baby is shaken out. Dollar is getting weaker as we're coming into the close. Gold's getting stronger as we're coming into the close. Nice setup in order to go into that not the FOMC, the European Central Bank meeting tomorrow morning. That numbers, we'll have those numbers. Well, gold will already be trading because, of course, gold trades all night. Futures trade all night. It looks, I believe it's about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time in the morning that we'll get the number of what the European Central Bank, Draghi, how is he going to position the European Central Bank, meaning are they going to continue to buy bonds? Are they going to let up a little where they stand in that whole deal? Right now, the way that the market is looking at it, the market is looking that he is going to basically also tighten down. And if he tightens down, what you're going to see very quickly is that the dollar is going to go south, gold is going to go north, and the euro is going to go north. And more than likely, we'll have our bonds go north, because the correlation would be, when we look at the interest rate structure, bottom line is that the interest rate structure over in Europe is very low compared to us. We're at 2.97 on a 10-year. Italy, which is broke, to 2.78. That's this thing inside here. France, the United Kingdom, Spain, Portugal, Sweden, Netherlands. That's where I think we're going to see some fast changes here, folks. You know, because guess what? It's not just one currency that basically runs everything. What we do have is that the dollar is king. There's no two ways about that. But guess what? That euro wants higher price. Let's go to Andy in Boulder, Colorado. Hey, Andy, what's going on?
Not much, Tom. How you been?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Cool.
Hey, I just have some general questions. I apologize. I haven't really been able to listen to much of the shows today, but in any case, with the interest rates doing what they're doing, you know, the hikes and stuff like that, do you feel like we're kind of going against the tide as far as the home builders go, as opposed to going with the tide like we were when rates were going down?
I would say, yeah, rates down are great for all real estate. There's no doubt about that. I mean, that's, you know, the least expensive amount of money that you have when you're borrowing money, the better off you are. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I've been holding onto that ITB for quite a number of years, and you know, it's got a nice mix in it. It's, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, the home builders, a couple banks.
Okay.
But
let's take a look. So that's
concerned, you know.
Yeah, that's U.S. Home Construction ETF. Okay, so let me see this thing. Okay, so you get D.H. Horton, Lennar. So the top part are mostly builders. 11% for D.H. Horton, 11 Lennar, NRV 8. That's at all-time highs. Pluti at 6. Then Home Depot, Lowe's, Top Build Corp, Sherman-Williams. Okay, so let's take a look. Put this on. Yeah, these are set up just like the builders too. You know, the way I would trade this, especially had it for a while, if this stays above the 36.89, that last spike, I suspect that once, it doesn't have to get tested, because the week of May 18th, that was testing the high volume low of February 9th, and that did do it.
Yeah.
You could put a stop somewhere in there. It looks to me, the way that it seems is that you have a high-end consolidation. Like if we pull Lennar up, you get a high-end consolidation, and it hasn't broken down. You know, that's kind of how this is set up. And the consolidation, I'd say the top of that consolidation is approximately $45.
All right.
You know, 45 to 49.
Okay.
You know.
But in general, as the home builders in question, though, I mean, they got to be making hand over fist, you know, money, because I mean, there's just so much demand still.
Well, this is what would happen. That a lot of them are in right with the land, right? So their spreads are right now. What would happen that would hurt all, not just home builders, just real estate in general, is that let's say that the 30-year rate, mortgage rate comes off the 10. You know, if we see this 10, you know, like go quickly to like a 4%, man, you know, real estate will get smoked.
Yeah.
You know, so picture it, it'll just like, wouldn't have to reprice, but it would seem to me that, yeah, it's going to reprice, because when people are buying real estate, folks, they're just buying the signature. That's what it comes down to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that monthly payment. Yep. The
monthly payment. That's what they're buying. You know, that being said, though, what the wild card would be is that, okay, is the real rate of inflation higher than the real rate of you and I borrowing money? You know, and I've seen that happen before. I mean, I was around in the 70s when it didn't matter, folks, whether you paid 12% or 14% and you were buying real estate was going up by 30 and 34%.
Right.
Per year. That was like insane. I mean, but so that's the correlation, you know. And the way what I would look at, which I do it every day because I'm in it so heavily, I'm just keeping my eye on the metals, and I'm lucky that I'm in the gold market anyway, and that bond. And there's still major divergence. You know, everyone thinks that the bonds are going to get killed forever. Well, they're still not. And that's good news, man. You know,
all right.
We might be on a tear here, and if we're on a tear, you know, there will be a downdraft. There's no doubt, man. You know, and the real question is going to be, just keep your eye on that interest rate, the 10-year, because if the 10-year goes up too fast, that'll put a hit, and it will put a hit. I've seen 3 real estate crashes. 2 of them were regional crashes. And regional crash, folks, would end up being high real estate areas. You know, Boston would get hit, D.C. would get hit, Orange County would get hit, Parts of Florida would definitely get hit.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd get hit. You're in Boulder. You're at the epicenter, man. You're in a beautiful spot. Seriously, man.
Yeah.
Land. You talk about land out there, right? Oh my God.
Oh, it's been great.
It is. Okay, brother.
Great talking to you,
Have
Tom.
a great one, man. Coming right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 96. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are down 6. Gold's up 430. We get silver up by 21 cents. That's silver, man. They just keep buying silver. They got them rolling with silver. So if we take a look at silver, they're buying right into the close. It's $17.11. You get the price spread, you get the volume, you get all of it, and you're coming into a nice swing point. The swing point we're coming into is 1742. You're at 1711 right now. They've done 103,000 contracts. We did do the SLV. The SLV is a small ABC structure on the way up. And let's see. Yeah, you can almost make the case 1, 2, 3. So where would I start this? 1630. Yeah, you get like 60 cents, which would get, yeah, there you go, 1445. That's 1745. With same type of setup, 1742. Great Panther, we take a look at Great Panther out here, GPL. Didn't get the movement of GPL out here. Not bad. You get a small expansion of volume, 413,123. Vista Gold, and as we we take a look at Vista. Vista caught a bid. Now, Vista and Great Panther like to trade together. It's intriguing what happened out here with Vista today. They've been pushing this thing down. It tested the 68-cent level last couple of days with tremendously lighter volume, and for some reason they don't have enough shares to sell today. So we went from 68 to 70. And if you're watching Tiger TV and look at the chart, you can see that's a decisive break topside. So it looks like Vista is going to be running to 78 cents right now. We're at 70 cents. So we'll see. We have 2 more days before the weekend. Tomorrow morning is going to be the big number coming in with the European Central Bank. And King Dollar is just above breaking into its lower range once again. It's pushing the lows, though, and pushing with volume. And guess what? King Dollar could be an ABC structure on the way down. Stay right there, folks. Going to be coming back with some numbers after the close. We have the Dow Industrials down 118 points. NASDAQ is down 6. S&Ps are off 8 rather. Coming right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful thing. Look at our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take him by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay. And
it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and you go against yourself, and it will take longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 119, NASDAQ down 8, S&Ps off 6.5, gold contract up $3.80, trading at $13.03 an ounce. Silver up 18 cents, $17.08 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $3.25 a pound. Light sweet crude up 35 cents, $66.71 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You had the 10-year note up 6 ticks, down 6 ticks, 119.06. 30-year bond down 8, 142.21. King Dollar down 226 ticks, trading 93.575. The euro is trading at 117.91 to $1. The yen is at 110.25 to $1, and Bitcoin's down an additional $266, trading 62.65. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We go take a look at the SPY first. SPY's trading at a price point 278. Bottom line, the top of this consolidation up here at the 280s, giving it a tough time. We made it to 279.48, and what I expect you're going to see, the differential inside the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ is pretty dramatic. That's not only technically, but fundamentally. Fundamentally, those S&P stocks, bottom line, are going to get hit with the tariffs that are out there, that are coming out there. And let's see, Trump is Trump says he's going to confront China very strongly over trade in the coming weeks, sending a warning to North Korea's biggest trading partner. China could be a little upset about trade because we are very strongly clamping down on trade. Trump just said on Fox. So bottom line is that big S&P stocks, they're going to get hit first. NDX 100, it's a different animal, man. Bottom line, NDX 100, you hit a high out here today of a 72.61. You closed at 72.05. Anything over 71.86 is a new high. And if we go into the Qs, we take a look at the Qs, they can definitely need more volume, but bottom line is they're holding price. Anything over 175.21, you can get the higher price, and we're at 175.82 right now. We take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials. Point-wise, what you had out here, Boeing was the culprit, putting negative points inside the Dow. That put 46 negative points in. Caterpillar put 19. Apple put 10. Verizon put 9. Positive points, Disney. Disney put 13. Goldman put 8. After the close out here, if we take a look at Fox, what you're going to see is that 21st Century Fox, I believe it's up about another $0.50. That closed at $43.41. That had already been up $3. And now it's up another 80 cents, $44.20. And what the news there is that Comcast is coming in with another offer. They're basically going back and forth with Disney. This offer here, Comcast made its long-awaited offer to acquire 21st Century Fox, topping a previous proposal by Walt Disney. Comcast, the largest U.S. cable producer, said its cash offer reflects $65 billion for Fox Entertainment assets, $35 a share. The bid represents a 19% premium over the Disney offer. So bottom line is that you get a bidding war that's happening out here in a big way. Let's go take a look at that equity again for a second. So, and of course, this whole thing has been a heated deal. Even more so because what you did have is that when Marvell won the suit against the Justice Department, that said it all. And, man, this is Fox. This is a rocket ship. Look at this. So let's see, 24, 38, you had 14, 35, 40. Yeah, so we're at $45. This chart's saying that, and this bidding war is not over, that 50 is at least in the game, because your A to B equals C to D is a $50 move, a $50 price point. Gold contract's up 380, trading at 1303. Silver, as I said a little bit earlier, big monster move inside the silver market. That's been moving with volume, moving with price, moving with everything that it needs for higher price. You had 104,000 contracts out here today. Nice move. Next swing point up here is $17.42. I do expect that you're going to get up there. Notes and bonds, bottom line is that they want higher price. You know, they refuse to back down. When the announcement did come out, they backed down. They backed down pretty good, and they just came roaring right back. The 10-year went to 118.29, ends up closing at 119.06, and anything, all it had to do is close inside 119.04, and that was the strength from last week. Bigger strength would be inside the 119.11, but bottom line wants higher price. The King Dollar. So King Dollar is going to be active all night, starting at, well, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because you're going to have the European Central Bank saying whether what they are going to do about either QE, basically reining it a bit. The way that the dollar index is trading, it looks like it could be an ABC structure on the way down, and the euro is just the opposite. Euro rejected lower price today at 117.26. You closed at 117.92, and that is one monster move. And it did move both ways, folks. Pretty amazing, actually. When the announcement first came out, it got smoked on the way down, turned around, and go right back topside. So this volatility inside the metals market, inside the bond market, inside the currency market, I expect is going to continue. Small caps. We take a look at the small caps. Small caps out here basically laid out flat. Down 66 cents, 166.87. Those babies are laying at highs. We'll see where the whole China Taft issue goes. Bottom line is that, what day is it? There's always going to be a new day, a new tax, a new tariff, a new something to basically keep everyone thinking about anything and everything except what's really going on. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 119. NASDAQ off 8. S&P's down 10.5. Let's go at man Paul in Henderson, Nevada. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, Tom? How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Hey, I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking. I missed all programming today, which is a bummer. I had a lot of stuff going on, so I don't know if you guys have talked about this on the air today, maybe this morning or in the first hour. But I wanted to talk here about Bitcoin and the crypto market a little bit in general.
Cool.
So, hey, Tom, on the futures contract, can you tell me what the low was? Because on the different exchanges, I have a few different numbers for that low. For example, on GDAX, which a lot of the guys that I know have traded on, I got 5,800.
Okay.
But on Bitfinex, which happens to do the most volume, yeah, Bitfinex, I have a different number. Let's see here. We got 6,400 as the low.
Yeah, this is, I'm wondering why. One second. Okay, tell me what you have as the low again.
So on Bitfinex, which does the most volume, I got 6,400. And on GDAX, I believe it was 5,800. Let me double check.
Yeah, see, they don't have either of those. I'm trying to figure out why I can't. When I did this, hold on one second, I used to always be able to get the contract value on both of them. I'm doing something wrong here. I have the price projection, but why I forgot how to do this. That's not good. I'd pull that up. What I'm doing, folks, is I'm pulling up Bitcoin, but normally I think I could go just, they changed this again, I bet. One second, hold it. Compare, actions. What the heck did they do? I'm not sure. I used to just pull this up and it would tell me how many contracts each one of them would do. No, it's not telling me that. That's a drag. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what has happened here on my own screen. Normally,
like
well, you've seen me do it a million times. And normally, I just pull it up and I can see the CME and the CBOT, and it tells me exactly where it is. Yeah. Okay. So, Steve Rhodes is telling me in the den that he has at the CBOE he has 61.15. Yeah, and I get down here 61.34. You know, but this.
But we're getting really close to those contract lows because on some of these exchanges, we've already broke by a couple $100. And also Litecoin, which held that 100 for quite a while, broke with some, broke pretty hard today. It's down, almost $10 below that 100 level.
Yeah. Did you see that? I'm going to try to get this person on. I saw this. I didn't read the whole article yet, but did you see that article about the professor that, he had written a whole thing about the VIX and how basically you could manipulate it. And what he's saying, and he was right, and what he's saying is that he is looking at how Tether and Bitfinex, his theory, I believe, is that they are basically they are using both Tether and Bitfinex in order to manipulate the price point of Bitcoin.
I believe it. It seems like one of the major issues here is that there's just too many unknowns going on in the market.
Okay.
And people could take advantage of it, with manipulating the price. One exchange has a different price by a couple $100, and it seems to be, very confusing for a lot of traders.
Yeah, so here, this is what he says. Let's see. He says, in a paper titled, "Is Bitcoin Really Untethered?" He sets out to understand how 2.5 billion Tether coins in existence have flowed through the markets. With little public information exists about how Tether is created. It generally trades for $1 because each coin is supposed to be backed by $1 of fiat currency in the bank. Now, you've already told us that I remember you telling us that no one knows whether there's really $1 in the bank on Tether, right? That's
right.
Yeah. So the currency, which started trading in 2015, is pitched as a stable alternative to the Bitcoin volatility, acting as a haven. The data analyzed by the academics includes Bitcoin's meteoric rise in the record to 20,000 last December before it crashed. The analysis shows a pattern of Bitcoin price support, Griffin said. First, Tethers are created by the parent company Tether Ltd, often in large chunks as much as 200 million. Almost all new coins then move to Bitfinex, he said, when Bitcoin prices drop soon after the issuance. Tethers at Bitfinex and other exchanges are used to buy Bitcoin in a coordinated way that drives the price, Griffin said in an interview. And here's his quote: "I've looked at a lot of markets," he said. "If there's fraud or manipulation in a market, it can leave tracks in the data. The tracks in the data here are very consistent with a manipulation hypothesis." So it's pretty intriguing that, and if you're just new to this, folks, so picture, when you have a buy and a sell market, right? Let's say if you and I buy anything, right? Well, we're using US dollars to buy and sell. If you're in Europe, you're using euros, right? When I read this, and I didn't read the whole paper yet, Paul, right? I believe it's a public paper. Everyone can read it. Is that if, in fact, that this tether is a fraud and there's nothing behind it, picture that. You know, you could own Tether. You're saying that you have 200,000, you create them at 200 million at a time. You could say that you have it, you have nothing, but then you're using the Tether through Bitfinex to basically price up Bitcoin, right? And so it's, you talk about the ultimate in smoke and mirrors, right? You know, this would be, man, I'm telling you, man, this would be crazy if that's ever, you know, zeroed in on that. That would be like, oh my God, that, really?
I think if that comes to pass, we would get that 90% total correction that we've talked about several times from the high. These things would just get smoked out in a major way.
Well, if you had Litecoin, you know, remember, and I know you know this, if you had Litecoin bust that 100 today and it busted with conviction, right, your probability goes a lot higher that we're going to go a lot lower, you know. And the way that Bitcoin is trading right now, now watch this, because this, no doubt, you know, this can be a nice ABC down. And if it's an ABC down, I think it's, well, 19,500. It's a 6,000, so you got, what, 13,000? Oh, well, that'd put us to zero. Wow.
Is that an ABC out of business for Bitcoin?
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, but let me tell you something. If it's back at $600, we'll all be in shock. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I don't even own any, folks. I wasn't saying that, but even I've seen implosions, but even that would be impressive, man. That would be like, oh my God.
Well, I think that these things are in some real serious trouble right here, because when Bitcoin, we had spoke when I was on with yourself and Tommy.
Yes.
That it can only do the 236 on that retracement, and then it rolled over pretty hard. These things look in major trouble to me. So I was trying to figure out what that contract low was, because it's a little different on all of these, and I can go short now on Kraken. I'm really looking at that, but
yeah, stay right there, Paul. We'll come right back.
All right.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We're going to be talking cryptocurrencies.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man Paul from Henderson. We're talking cryptocurrencies. Hey, you know what's interesting is just there's a lot of information coming across this tape. So there's a Ripple conference right now in Boston that's going on, and the CEO of Ripple, of course, he's going to push his own deal. But bottom line, he's yapping out there that Bitcoin is controlled by China, and you know let's see what he's saying. Okay, so of course he's saying that his own Ripple product, which is the XRP, is the best digital asset for settlement. He says Bitcoin takes 45 minutes to settle a transaction, where XRP, he's claiming, could take 4 seconds. I don't know what it takes now. So the Ripple CEO explains why there's no bit or coin in Ripple's name. Glaringhouse told the crowd a personal story. He said about 2.5 years ago, one of the biggest banks in Australia stopped by the office. The CEO of that bank said to Glaringhouse, "The smartest thing you've done is not have a bit or coin in your name. I'll take it." Hey, you know. And what is Ripple's end game when asked? Let's see. He says, "I don't think about digital asset market. I think about customer experience. There are millions of unbanked and underbanked." He continues to say, "When I think about transformation, it has fundamentally changed the way millions participate in banking. We can fundamentally change the way this works to bring an entire population up in a system." Hey, we'll see.
You know what's interesting? I used to work for that guy. So back in before the housing crash, I was doing mortgages with a company called eLoan, and he was the CEO of eLoan, and he's an all right guy. When this thing got up to $3, I'm sure he was selling some of his Ripple though.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What a small world, huh? That's a small world, man. That is a small world. Holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was the richest guy. I guess he passed up Jeff Bezos for a minute or two there when Ripple was up there at above $3.
Wow. Now, so when they start, let's go with Ripple, particularly because you used to work with this guy. So if you take Ripple, right? They start a cryptocurrency, they mine the currency, and then they look for people to what? To buy the currency? And like he's basically, I think the way this is working, that he's turning around saying that it's a blockchain network that can keep track of accounting, basically, right? Would that be correct?
Yeah, that's one way you could put it. A lot of the crypto traders that I know, they like to stay away from Ripple if they're really invested in the whole decentralized idea of the cryptocurrencies, because Ripple is not really a cryptocurrency. It's much more centralized. It's controlled by the banks. So it's kind of like the bankster's version.
I see. Okay. Yeah, man, Dave White's telling me it's Ripple is a trade currency between banks. I see. Okay. 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 Interesting.
Yeah, so it's very interesting how this is going to play out. But, yeah, maybe I call back in on Friday. We could see how this thing looks, because if it breaks those lows there with some conviction, man, it looks like it's in pretty big trouble across the board for these coins. And Ripple here, I mean, now trading about 50 cents, it's way off the high. So these things, I mean, there's a lot of bag holders that I know a few people that even mortgaged their homes to buy Bitcoin as it was going up to 12,000, 13,000, 14,000.
Really?
Yeah, there's people in some really tough shape that are just, I don't know what they're going to do, but.
That's so sad. Yeah, what they're going to do is they're going to lose their house. That's what they're going to do. That's pretty intense, man. That's about as intense as you can get. Yeah. Oh my God, it's this. You know, it blows my mind that you see these bubbles continually over and over again, and I can almost understand them now more. And what happens, folks, is that when you get older, what I've realized is this, and I saw it, Paul, in the Bitcoin deal, that first, in any type of investment, first they have to get you interested. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, when I was a kid, what ends up happening is that I was just like trading anyway. I'm sure everyone traded baseball cards and all that. But, you know, when we started, growing up, we saw, gold got unhinged from, it was legal to start trading. You saw gold go up, and so you see these things go up and say, oh, hey, how does this work? How does this work? You got to, start wrapping your head around it, into it. So I guess it takes a while to do that. And the first time that I actually saw a new market was in the Bitcoin space. That I came home a couple nights, right? And, we have an 18-year-old, right? And her and all her friends, man, they're buying like bits of Bitcoin. I couldn't believe it, man. It was like, I'm sitting outside with them and like, how many do you have? And how many do you have? And it's like, and of course they're buying it $14,000, $15,000, $16,000. You know what I mean? It's like, and and you're talking about working kids that are making, at fast food shops, and so they're buying 1/1000th of a coin. And then I realized, I said, oh, this is interesting. So this is going to be the next crew that are going to be trading, which makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But, I guess if someone that could, I'm glad that they weren't like 24 or 25 and they could go mortgage their house, because maybe that would have happened. That would have been a real freaking drag. it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, big time. There was a guy online. His name is Cliff Hyde. He has this thing called WebBots, and he sends them out. And he got involved in the crypto market, and he said that these WebBots can predict the future and so on and so forth. And a lot of people bought into what he was saying, and he was pretty accurate for quite some time. But as the market got to the highs, started rolling over, he kept saying that it was going to go up, 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 up. And I know people personally that just took it at face value and dumped a ton of money in based off what this guy was saying, that he could basically predict the future with his algorithms. And
yeah,
I don't know why people do that. I mean, it's greed or whatever the case may be, but now they're really hurt. So
well, yeah, some people basically, drink their own lemonade, not even on purpose. You know what I mean? That's what does happen. And, what does happen, and you probably heard me say this, we're all geniuses in a bull market. That's why, folks, what does happen with funds in general, that's why the mantra is always just put your money in here, forget about it, because then, you know, by the time you figure out whether you made any money or not, we're all dead. You know. And you know, it's hey, that's the way, you know, it's like crazy, you know. But wow.
Well, I tell all my buddies, hey, you guys got to go over to TFNN, take a few seminars, learn some of the basics, and don't just throw your money in there based off what someone, you know, is telling you to do, because you got to be responsible for your own bread.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the sad part, and that's, you know, that's what you're bringing up is huge, man. What always blew my mind is people work so hard for their money, and then they will, you know, they don't think they're gambling, but they're gambling, you know.
Hey, buddy, it's great talking to you.
Appreciate the feedback, man. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. So let's take a couple quotes of what Chairman Powell had to say out here today. Okay, so the main takeaway was that the economy is doing very well. Powell also announced he plans to start holding a press conference after every meeting in January, cautioning that having twice as many press conferences does not signal anything. The Fed chief currently speaks to reporters after every other meeting. The Federal Open Market Committee indicated that even though it's stepping up the pace of interest rate hikes, economic growth should continue apace. The committee expects that further gradual increases in the target range for the federal funds rate will be consistent with sustained expansion of economic activity, strong labor market conditions, and inflation near the committee's symmetric 2% objective over the medium term. The statement omitted previous language saying that the main rate would remain for some time below longer run levels. So that, no doubt, they took that baby out. Other changes including referring to further gradual increases instead of adjustments. Officials also said that indicators of longer-term inflation expectations are little changed. Previously, the statement made several separate references to survey-based and market-based measures of such expectations. Economic activity has been rising at a solid rate. The FOMC said in the statement, recent data suggests that growth of household spending has picked up while business fixed investment has continued to grow. Updating their quarterly forecast, officials projected the policy rate at 3.1% at the end of 2019, according to their median statement, compared with 2.9% in March and 3.4% in 2020, unchanged from the prior forecast. Now, if that's the case, that's not bad, because what we have here, and you know, let's go a little bit more. We'll come back to that one. Fed policymakers now see U.S. unemployment at 3.6% in the fourth quarter, followed by 3.5%. They think it's going to go to 3.5% in 2019 and 2020. That compares with the March forecast right now of 3.8%. In inflation policy, they forecast a slight overshoot of their target in 2018 at 2.1%. They see 2019 and 2020 also a small overshoot. More than likely, that's, you know, what's going on there. That's why gold's probably moving, because the bottom line is that if they're going to let this overshoot, that'll give the metals, you know, a little variation. The Commerce Department Personal Consumption Expenditure Index rose 2% from a year earlier in March, after spending the last 6 years underneath it. The core PCE index, which excludes food and energy, is seen by officials as the better gauge of underlying price pressures, is forecast to reach 2% this year and 2.1% in 2019 and 2020. The index rose 1.8% in April from a year earlier. What I don't understand about that, you know, so I think we're all in the same bag with this too, many of us are. It's like, okay, they don't include food and energy. And, I mean, you have food, energy, and you have your house, right? That's the bottom line. It's like, you know, food goes up, energy goes up. You can have a million other things go down, but you're not going to have any money to buy anything else. Anyway, that's the way they do it. And that is a quirk. The U.S. Central Bank did emphasize again Wednesday that the goal is symmetric, and they said in the minutes of the May meeting that a temporary period of inflation modesty above 2% would help anchor long-run inflation expectations around the target. That's almost saying, you know, as I read through this, you know, I had said at the beginning of the program that, you know, it's kind of hawkish, but that's not hawkish at all. That is saying they want to get inflation going. Pretty wild. The median estimate of economic growth this year rose from 2.8% to 2.7% from March. The price projections are unchanged right now. They think it's going to, oh, I see, interesting. So check this out. This is wild. They think that the economic growth, we're almost peaking here. Let me read this again. The median estimate for economic growth this year rose to 2.8% from 2.7% in March, with projections, I see, unchanged for 2.4% in 2019 and 2% in 2020. The committee's forecast for the long-run sustainable growth rate of the economy is 1.8%. So, bottom line, what you have out here is that they are expecting, WIRP, we'll put the Fed Fund futures rate, what they are expecting is 2 more rate hikes in 2018. And right now they're expecting 3 rate hikes in 2019. That's how that's shaken out. If we take a look at the next meeting, now we just finished off the June meeting. The next meeting is on September 1st, and we would be at the 2 to 2, so 2 point. So the next, this is really interesting. The Fed is telling 2 to 2.5. Yeah, the Fed is saying they're going to raise twice. The market right now is saying that it's going to raise once. No, twice. The market's saying your probability of a raise in September is 69%, September 26th. And then the next one will be December 19th. December 19th is 46%. That's how this is shaking out. This is the Fed Fund futures rate. Hey, we'll see where it shakes out. What is intriguing inside of this statement, and this goes a long way out, is that their statement is saying that in all of 2019, it only raised by 3 times. And what's going to happen here is that they're going to keep an eye on that FOMC, on that yield curve, folks. Where the yield curve is, that's between the 2-year, which is a 2.57 right now, and the 10-year. So right now, that is the lowest since the last 11 years, since 2007. That's 40 basis points. And what specifically that means is that, guess what? You can lend to the government at 2 years and get 2.5%, or lend 10 years and get 2.9. Well, guess what? You know, bottom line is that why would you roll over 2-year notes instead of a 10-year note when you're only talking about 0.4%? That's how it would seem that you'd want to be shaking this out. Euro, dollar, that's where the action's going to be out here, 3 o'clock in the morning, no doubt. We'll see whether the yen, I suspect, is going to move tomorrow night because you have the central bank in Japan, Bank of Japan actually, coming out talking about the yen. And the yen looks like it wants to get stronger. The yen went into its downdraft today from the 21st of May, but bottom line, gave it up. We were at a high of 110.27. 110.85 rather, sold off all day. Dow Industrials finished down 119, NASDAQ off 8, S&P's down 9. Bottom line, basically a flat market out here. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Tailored Brands. This thing is getting smoked. Let's see, sportswear, outerwear, dress shirts, tuxedo rentals, closed at $33. This is trading down at $26 right now. The earnings per share, so the estimate was 48 cents. They made 50. Sales net $794. They did $810. Something's not right in here. We'll see whether they're basically inventory's down. Something is not right. They're getting the smoke. You're down $26 from 33, and you can see all day long someone was selling the stock too. If we go back to Bitcoin for a second, our man Mr. Dave White, and I remember when I was talking with Paul before, he had explained to us. I think they call it HODL, H-O-D-L. And so HODL inside the Bitcoin market, folks, means hold on for dear life. It reinforces the, well, this is what Dave is putting here, but it reinforces the financial concept that you don't sell in a bear market. You ride it until the bitter end or the price comes back up. Yeah. My God, hold on for dear life. And when this was going down, that's, unfortunately, that's where crowd behavior comes in in a huge way, because bottom line is that no one likes losing money. It's really tough to do. The sad part is that there's plenty of folks, I'm sure, that were up huge amounts of money and basically gave it all back, little by little by little. We've seen it happen in the markets many times. I mean, I don't care. We can go from 1994, 1998, 2000, 2007, all of the above. Those hits, some of those hits were 90%, some of those hits were 50%. They were all vicious hits. And guess what? Market cycle, and that's what it is. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. We look forward to speaking to you right back here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Well, go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.